Dwayne was in the country less than 24 hours. He had not yet even spent the night in Brazil.
Dwayne was found dead in his rental home in Brazil. His family, as well as authorities, suspect foul play.
When I was growing up, as a youth, back in the day, we would go to like Jamaica, Dominican Republic, and places like that, as Black Americans to look for pretty women. You would see pretty women out there in the streets and on the resorts. But in recent years for me, Brazil has become the #1 destination spot where a lot of Black men now on social media would do videos from Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo and all these different places in Brazil to show the beautiful women and show the cost of living and how you can get with these women. And one of these guys that was at the forefront, I believe that he was from Philadelphia also, was a guy named Charles Tyler.
Brother Jasper Bauman, Balaam, my young boy, come all the way from
Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL in the house here. These are the type of demographics that a lot of young men, a lot of young African-American men we need to bring down here. The 20 and 30 somethings, such as my man Jasper right here. Jasper, tell me something, this is your first time in Rio?
Yes, sir.
It's not your first time traveling?
No, I'm ex-military, but this is my first time in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Okay. Well, you've been here going on about a week now. How you like it?
I love it. I greatly appreciate, your challenge with the Charles Tyler Show to get my passport. I greatly appreciate that.
Okay.
Of course,
well done.
Frustrated,
Well
Al Grease. I watched all of those.
And see, Charles Tyler had a show or a channel where he inspired a lot of Black men to go to Brazil. He would show these women, and these women were some of the most beautiful women that you will see on the planet. Brazil is a very lovely place. It's nice and warm, palm trees, but there's a dark side to Brazil as well. And Charles Tyler ultimately ended up passing away in Brazil, and he had to have his body shipped back to the United States. But there was another brother, BMT. He also talked about Brazil and was inspiring brothers. It even inspired O'Shea Duke Jackson to even go. But he was talking on his channel saying this.
I definitely miss Rio, love Rio, man. I mean, it's probably, in my opinion, some of the best beach culture in the world. Like, it's nothing like being on the beach in Rio and Copacabana, Baja da Tijuca and all that, man. It's unreal because, like, I know you've been all throughout Asia as well. They're a little bit more, laid back. Even the DR beach culture, it's fun, it's cool, but to be on a beach on a Sunday evening in Rio, it's just like something you've never seen before, man.
So now we heard the positives of Brazil and these places in these third world countries, because a lot of us know about the favelas down in Brazil and how dangerous Brazil could be, especially for Black folk there with the police and so many different things. But we get to a Jamaican man named Dwayne Antonio Morris, who was a financial consultant worth $14 million. And he visited Brazil within 24 hours. He was unalived. And, he was married to a W woman, had a child, but was taking care of, but she was a single mom, taking care of her 3 children as well. He ended up dead. And they interviewed his wife, his widowed wife now. She said this.
Investigating after a Minneapolis entrepreneur was found dead on a potential business trip.
43-year-old Dwayne Morris was the president and founder of Blue Waters Consulting and Soul Community Development Corporation. As Rex Chapman reports, the Roosevelt High School graduate had strong ties to the community.
He's a fun partner to have.
Tamitha Richmond says her life partner, Dwayne Morris, made everyone he met feel as if they were his best friend.
He has a way about himself where everybody believes they're the most special person. So when he's interacting with them, in this last week, the amount of people that told me they're Dwayne's best friend, or they're a brother to them or a sister to him, and don't actually have that blood relationship. And that's really about how he showed up in his relationships.
From his time as a teacher, a basketball coach, or working at a nonprofit in North and South Minneapolis, Dwayne gave his all to what he was doing.
While others may have seen it as him staying really busy, it really was more about that Dwayne was sharing his gifts, and so it came easy to him. It energized him to be able to connect and help and provide.
The Roosevelt High School and Southwest Minnesota State University graduate managed a $14 million portfolio of businesses as well as provided financial consulting. Dwayne was a sole provider for his blended family. Tamitha's 3 children and his 1 child. Their home, a place where they mentored other young adults, another way he gave back to community.
To be a partner with Dwayne is really to share him with the world.
And as a family, they love to travel.
We've traveled to a variety of countries, and we were well aware of the things that were necessary as you become an international traveler.
That's why she has so many questions about what happened in Brazil.
It doesn't make sense. Dwayne was in the country less than 24 hours. He had not yet even spent the night in Brazil.
Dwayne was found dead in his rental home in Brazil. His family, as well as authorities, suspect foul play.
This is certainly a situation where Dwayne was targeted.
His death does not overshadow how much he contributed to the lives of many. His legacy, one of love and empowering others to be their best. Reg Chapman, WCCO News.
Richmond is planning a celebration of life in Minnesota. He'll be buried in Jamaica.
Now, with all that his wife said and all that the news have said, there was some alternate footage of Dwayne when for the short time that he was actually in Brazil before he was unalived. And there was a brother, Splash Wave Beats, that has the footage of this alternate video that the news cameras didn't show. That maybe his wife knows about what he was doing when he was there. That may have been the cause of his unaliving. But Splash Wave Beats is showing this, reporting this.
Is Leticia Clara Bento da Silva, 23, was identified by Brazil's civil police as one of the suspects in the so-called Goodnight Cinderella scheme that targeted the 43-year-old American tourist in Copacabana on August 8th. The scheme involved drugging the unsuspected man and taking his money and belongings. They got a name for it. It's called Goodnight Cinderella. The second suspect has not been identified, but police have obtained photographs of her from surveillance footage, according to local news reports. Okay, so let's play this video. It shows them out at a restaurant. It's 2 people. Remember, I said he didn't travel to Brazil alone. So as soon as he landed off the plane, he met up with these women, and they met up at a restaurant. Is this him? Yeah, he looks like he's more in shape right here. Because the other photos, I guess he was sitting down, right? It seemed like he lost a little bit of weight. Or I don't know. But it seemed like he was ready. You know, you got the runners on. You got the shorts, T-shirt, ready for Brazil, August 8th. Right? That's what the article says. This is him. This looks like him. Got your jewelry out. Oh. Okay, so he met up with, that's them going into the restaurant. Okay, so holds her hand out, starts caressing her, grabs her Fannie Mae Foundation.
So, as you can see, he was down there cheating on his wife. And I mean, it's unfortunately that this man lost his life. I don't wish that on nobody, but you went down to a third world country around people that you didn't know, and he ended up having some stuff given to him, and he ended up being unalived. And, it's sad. Like I said, they didn't show the alternate footage, but there was a news station and also on social media down in Brazil, people was talking about it. And this one person, Julian Silveria, whatever. These people have to be educated before coming to the country. It was the good Brazilians' time. These are comments that are being made by people, right? It says, I've been waiting for 40 years for a single case where a criminal in Brazil doesn't already have several tickets. Particularly, all robbers, murderers, kidnappers, and scammers are always the same, who are arrested, released, arrested, release, arrested, release, and these are people in that's in Brazil that's calling this stuff out. They're seeing what's going on, and we're visiting these countries and being unalive. He had, it says she had 3 convictions for the same crime. Wow, this is the 4th. and it looks like it won't be the last. They will only leave her in prison when she basically offers a judge or a deputy. So she has to offer a judge or a deputy to be left in prison. She had already been convicted of the same crime she committed with this tourist who was unalive. This is Brazil, a shame. If this girl had been arrested, she wouldn't have claimed another victim. So these are these people, man. You know, they're calling this out. Another person said it is very bad since for foreigners to come and get involved in this pigsty. This country has no way. Total shame and outrage. So I would just tell, especially the Black American brothers, man, when you going into these foreign places, you got to be careful. You going into places where they preying on you. They see you coming a mile away. If you're going to do something like that, go to a brothel where it's more controlled, where there's security and you can be safe because they're going to protect their money. But you just grabbing some random women off the streets. And they done turned this thing. I mean, I've seen so many stories of passport bros getting unalived in Colombia and so these different places, man. This stuff is dangerous. Like, you're leaving the safety of your home to go into a third world foreign country just to get with women? How desperate could you be? So now you are a black man from Jamaica that's very poor, worked all your life, worked yourself up to get the $14 million. Now that W woman, she's going to inherit all that money. And I'm going to tell you something. She know that you was cheating, but she's not going to come on. She's probably very upset. She know what you was doing. But guess what she about to inherit? She about to inherit the whole empire. She's about to inherit the whole empire. And you're not going to be here. So your last things that you've done is getting caught cheating and being unalived in a foreign country, and your W wife gets the whole empire. Not your mom, not the children, your wife. She's in control of the whole empire. So you think that she's going to badmouth you to the news? No. She's going to say, the love Dwayne is the share of Dwayne. She wasn't trying to share you, but she ready to get that $14 million you worth and that company. So, you know, hey, man, listen, rest in peace to the brother. But listen, I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, and remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.